My name is Nicholas Caitlin Mark Jr. Esquire Shea Official the Third, and I'm from East Boston, Massachusetts. I would best describe myself as an Adonis with chiseled muscles and a voice that could cure an angel's tears. But I would accurately describe myself as a rapper, producer, and visual artist. I make a lot of hip-hop albums, and I draw a lot of people in the Boston Commons. I have been drawing my whole life. Ever since I was a little kid, it's what everyone's always kind of known me for. It was just something with the pandemic, just at the time, just wanting to get out of the house, get away from the roommates I had, just wanting to just meet new people, share my art, and just talk to people and just stop being so isolated. The first day I did it, people were like, you should keep doing this. This is awesome. And I felt the same. So we're almost on 5 years now. When people stop by, I want people to be like, this was a great experience. That's the intention I put in what I hope people walk away with. I've been making music also my whole life. My dad was in a band. He's still in a band. He's probably in, I don't know how many bands he's in. There was just always instruments around the house, so I was just like easily drawn to it. And a lot of the music I made as a kid was like in my dad's rock type of music. But once I like found hip hop music, my dad kind of hated it. So I was like, yes, this is mine. I started making my own beats because like necessity, you know. I used to work with some dude and I wanted to be like Gangstar, like he made the beats and I wrote the raps, but he would take like 3 weeks to send me a beat and I wrote 7 songs in that time. I needed somebody to keep up with the output and I didn't know who else, so it was me. I think my best drawing is whatever one people like the most, because it's not always about the ones that take 7 years to make. Sometimes it is just the quickest thought, but you just get it on the first try. My comics that are really stupid sometimes are more well received than a landscape that took me 7 hours to make. So I love drawings I've made when traveling because I can look back and just relive the trip, and it's great for me because it's not taking a photo, you know. I'm actually sitting there in the moment and I can like look at the drawing, I can like smell the air and I can like hear the environment I was in. Probably those, any drawing I've made on like a road trip or just any sort of travel outside of, you know, my hometown. I love those. Again, my best song, I think my best song is whatever people say is the best because I'm just making whatever. If I get an idea, I try to see it all the way through. Even if I go back and listen, I'm like, this is ridiculous. But you won't know if it's ridiculous until you make the entire thing. If I had to say one, recently, my song Making Sandcastles, I feel like that's a really good, it captures me. I feel like a lot of my songs are just capturing me, you know, and I want to tell you who I am. If you're going to put Nick Shea in a bottle, what is it? I feel like Making Sandcastles is a pretty good one. I think my song God is Great is slept on. A lot of my songs are slept on, if I'm gonna be honest. I think a lot of them are good, but my best one, I don't know. The next one, man. I was just trying to come up with something different. And I was getting compared to Mac Miller, and probably accurately so, you know, Mac Miller, Logic, Macklemore, whoever insert a white rapper, people are just like, bro, reminds me of him. They meant it in like a complimentary way, but it was just getting to me like, do I really sound like these people? What am I supposed to sound like? And it was just kind of stifling me. I just wanted to make something that no one's heard of, something that I've never heard of. I want to make whatever I want to make, and you know, even if it's gonna sound ridiculous as that, this shit made me laugh, and I would show it to people and they would laugh and be very confused. Like, is this on beat? What is happening? People think that they added the beat or they told me I have to rap on the beat. That was my idea, and they worked with me to make sure it was what I wanted it to be, and I was well rehearsed in making that, and it was very intentional stupidity. I grew up with the PS2, so I'd probably say Bully. I have a lot of good memories playing that game. Tony Hawk American Wasteland. And then the Fallout 3 on the PlayStation 3. That's probably one of my favorites. Skyrim is really cool, but that scared me. I don't know. I started smoking weed when Skyrim came out, and the dragons just I just got overstimulated. I've been playing this a lot. This is my best investment in the last like 10 years. The PSP right here. I've been playing this shit like every night. I'm gonna say Tony Hawk Underground 2 on the PSP, favorite video game of all time. getting close to somebody and trusting that they are your friend, but they were actually just plotting against you or in silent competition with you the whole time, and me not knowing until it's too late. I work on something every day. I'm not like finishing or making like a full album every day, but I'm always working towards something. A lot of days, I'll wake up, make a beat, write a song, come out in the park, draw people, go home, maybe write another song, work on a video. So some days are a little bit more productive than others, but every single day I'm definitely working towards what I'm making and my dreams. Take the little steps, and then one day you wake up, you're like, oh shit, the album's done. I think people could best support me by coming out to the park, getting a drawing, listen to my music, share my art with a friend, come to the MFA when I'm at the MFA drawing people, and send me a message. Let me know that you're there. Say what's up.